position, standing 6'5", number 5, Kentavious Caldwell Pope. At the other forward position, at 6'9", number 34, Tobias Harris. The other guard, at 6'3", number 1, Reggie Jackson. Numero 0, the center at 6'11", out of UConn, having big fun around the rim. This is Andre Drummond. Stan Van Gundy is your head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick, it's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. The fans here in Detroit ready to cheer on their Pistons in this inter-conference matchup. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
Well, you know, they split their meetings last season, and the way both of these teams love to compete, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened again.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Garcia in at point guard. He's out there with Harden. And it's Capella in at the center, walking down the middle. Garcia's shot is good. Here's Jackson. It's Drummond, high post. Here's Caldwell Pope. Clanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket in this one. On offense, here are the Rockets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
So it's Detroit now, following the score by Houston. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot two. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Jackson hits both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Garcia. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Garcia's got 5 points so far. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now here's Jackson. 14 points from him the last game against Toronto.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
Now here is Garcia. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. There's the feed to Moniunas. Soft touch off the glass.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Jackson. And stolen by Garcia. And now in transition is Garcia. Here we go. The shot is off. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Garcia dishes to Moniunas. Back to Garcia. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
For three.
Pistons trail by 4. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Stan Van Gundy.
Yes, Kevin, he said he doesn't want to see their offense fall into bad habits and get stagnant. He said as long as we keep moving without the ball and don't stand around watching the paint dry, we'll be able to put up points. Let's see if they can keep their legs moving here tonight, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Do you guys think their shooting will play as important a role as the coach made it sound?
It usually does. And for them to have that success shooting the basketball, I think it's going to be all about creating those high-quality chances.
Which means they need constant movement off the ball and crisp passing. I mean, that's the way you get good looks.
Jackson against Garcia. Jackson kicks to Cummings. Rebounded by Capella.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Monty Eunice. Back to Garcia. And that is good. Garcia's got 10 points in the game.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Harden. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And the first one drops. And a different look here for the Pistons. O'Neal's checked in for Drummond. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. Allen's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. So he gets them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here is Garcia. He's coming off a 34-point game against Chicago.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Beverley with the ball. Now guarded by Garcia. Floats one. Johnson a wide open look. They get the rebound. And Garcia with the block. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. But they get it back. Laverne passes to Garcia. He dishes it to Lure. The second chance effort. And good as it rattles through the hoop. 12 points for Freak.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Allen dishes to Cummings. 5 on the clock. 11 feet away. And he hits the jumper for 2. There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rockets leading by 4. Kicks to Brewer. Back to Garcia. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
The Pistons have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That's good from Beverley. And the Rockets making a change here. Galloway's checked in. They're going with the new group. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. So on the floor for Houston. Garcia, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Harden. And it's Capella in at center.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
From deep. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Pass to Harris. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Dellavedova. The Pistons rebound. Drummond. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls was simply terrific. He ended up with 34 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't... be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The pass to Harris, off the screen. Rebound by Garcia.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Jackson. The Rockets making the shot. He kicks to Drummond. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Houston.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter.
Showing last season. He put up about 13 points a game last season, 9 assists and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Now it's a 4-point Piston lead.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now here's Jackson. Harden missing his last shot. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto, and that one's good. Drummond.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles. and you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's